I'm really excited to be here. I've been working on this topic because I wanted to give you some tips. I'm excited to give you three things. They're simple, by the way. And sometimes it's in the simplicity, right? That we really have to take hold of, because it doesn't have to be hard. Like, I get that life is busy. I get that. And I'm excited every week to be here. I calendar it in, I prepare for you. And so I say we get going. And I will kind of toggle back and forth because as I ask questions along the way. But this today is really a day that I want to teach you some tools, okay, around money and how to ask for it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start off right up front with a question. All right. And so here we go. When it comes to receiving money, okay, to receiving abundance in your life, do you find yourself typically shying away from it, stepping back from it? The question has nothing to do with your desires. Okay? When it comes to abundance, now you can make it applicable in any category of your life. Usually people are most uncomfortable in the money category. So we'll make it money, okay? Do you typically find reasons to back away from it, to shy from it? And all of this has to do with how you feel, okay? So put down below, yes or no. Do you typically know? I want to bring awareness to you, your self-awareness. Right now, with Mercury retrograde, it's a tough one because it's the end of the year. And so what normally might slide by is going to trigger you, and just build in extra time for technology. Okay? Couple heads up for you. So how we feel around money is everything. All right? So even though deep down you want this and you desire this limited expansion, right? You want it. But there can be a subconscious and even an awareness to a nagging, okay, a chatter, a feeling that you're not good enough, right? It can show up, that nagging can show up as a struggle energy, and that belief that you have to struggle to earn money, struggle to pay the bills, right? It can show up as things never working out for you, and the belief of missed opportunities. Okay? Yeah, they're all very real. It can even show up low self-worth, or the belief that you are not worthy of it, can show up as sabotage energy. So that might look like you don't make a phone call when you don't return a phone call. You don't return an email. It's just too hard to do it, even though it's an opportunity for you. That's an example. And I know that when I get tripped up in that, there's something going on deeper. Because it happens to me too. I grew up with a lot of limiting beliefs, like money doesn't grow on trees. You've heard me say that, which caused me to believe that it was never okay to ask. I couldn't ask. I pretty much couldn't ask for what I wanted. And it'll show up now in my life too. Another topic, okay? And I grew up in the love category of abundance with, and I'm not even really quite sure where this came from, okay? Except for it's what I was told, but I don't know the root cause of it, is what I'm saying, is that I had better take a good guy, okay? The first good guy that shows up, because there's not a lot of good guys out there. And so I better accept the first one and not be too picky. Oh my gosh, right? You've heard my story. Not a good idea, okay? But I did learn from it. Okay. So there may be other things that you're aware of, okay? And we have limiting beliefs that we're not aware of around money. But I do believe that abundance should, I really believe that abundance should be available in all areas of your life, whether it's love or money. But when it comes to money, I felt for years, and I struggled with this, that I couldn't ask for money. right? I was doing something wrong if I asked for more money or if I asked for an increase or even just talking about it, I would just get this icky feeling. In fact, I would say money was a dirty word for me. It brought up all sorts of like really limiting beliefs for me. Money did. Now, it's ironic because I've changed that and I help other people in that. But even in that beginning process of helping others in there, I still had my limiting beliefs and I struggled in it. I was triggered around the word money. I felt that I didn't deserve it. That's interesting, right? Or at least that I didn't deserve more than what I needed to pay the rent, what I needed to support my daughter for school, what I needed for my living expenses. If I was blessed with that amount, I needed to be good with it. Okay. But what I find interesting is how all of us can feel that inner wanting, okay, to experience more in our lives and yet reject the opportunity to receive it. If you don't feel that money is a dirty word, congratulations. But, okay, if you find that abundance isn't coming, then let's explore another reason around the word money, okay? Maybe you are afraid of people saying no. You could be afraid of the opinions and judgments of them, okay, and how you earn it and what you did, okay, or that how that's one aspect. And then the other aspect that I find in people's lives is they're really afraid of being told no. That it impacts them as a personal rejection, that they are not good enough, which then validates that belief in there, right? That you're not worthy or that you're not good enough. Okay, I've been there too. I have. Almost every one of my clients over the years has truly had a unique gift, just like you do. Nobody's without it, okay? In a unique gift, a valuable skill, right? That is of value to someone else. We are not created to hoard all of our stuff to ourselves. It's a mind shift, okay? Part of our evolution, and especially right now, is that collaboration. So what we have that can be beneficial to someone else is very important. All right. But there's this sneaky little thing that happens, okay, like a little voice again, right? Even for my clients, that they're not worthy of it, or they have to choose between love or success, or that they already have enough. It's in there, okay? And what happens is it keeps us frozen, and we stay stuck, okay? And that's common. So I should know because I've been there, okay? And I had to begin that process of stepping into my life purpose and helping people, okay, with my gifts of energetic coaching, all right? And then when I did that, and I also realized that that part of mine was helping other people release theirs, it really empowered me to take care of my own. So part of the process is becoming aware of how you're feeling and how it shows up. If we're not self-aware, you can become that. It's practice, but you can, okay? And then once you do, okay, then the next step was what we're going to talk about. Because for me, I became real skittish when it came to asking people to pay me. Really skittish, because I had a belief that I couldn't sell my gifts. Well, okay, that's not a true belief, right? The Dodgers just won, by the way. Congratulations, right, Dodgers? But none of them were out there for free. They get paid big money to entertain us. And they didn't show up on the baseball team and say, "Oh, by the way, I'm so gifted and I just want to do it for free. I just want to be on here so badly for free." Says nobody. Okay, that's an athlete like that. So why should we? We really want to empower you, okay? So here I was helping amazing people, unshackle from themselves, from their limits daily, while I was still being consumed by my own, Okay. And I finally it really took me coming face to face with, what I call a divine awakening. It's my aha moment that allowed me to let, these limiting beliefs go around money. Because what happened for me is I hit a wall. I hit a severe wall of exhaustion in serving others. So for a long time, I was so fed by the spiritual experience and the reward of helping and the verbal accolades of hearing the transformations that were happening that I could live on that for a while until my body told me otherwise. And it was a very, very powerful lesson for me. Okay. And I realized at that moment, that there is always an energy exchange, and money truly is just energy. And we create the story around it that makes it negative. But it's how we treat it, it's how we honor it, it's how we see it in our life that changes our beliefs. Okay? It's just an exchange between people, between services. If not, if we can't step into allowing money to be a high vibration, then what happens is we begin to suffer needlessly, really truly, with a deep imbalance. And this imbalance creates exhaustion. Have you ever been so tired to the bone in giving, and yet you just, well, all sorts of things can come up. But let me know, have you ever been tired? I say tired to the bone, it's a saying, right? But so tired that it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. Have you ever been that tired? Well, I have. Okay. And what happens is we begin to wear ourselves so thin that our physical body has nothing left to give. We've given it away. Okay. And within our exhaustion, we end up denying the world our most empowering gifts, because we lose the desire. We could lose the desire. We're too tired to show up. We start to second guess if it's really worth it. Okay? And this is not abundance. No. Nor is it the way to abundance. We do not have to suffer by overgiving to allow abundance. So I hope you can see that I understand where you might be. Okay? Not all people feel this, and not all people experience it. The majority do in the world. Okay? And so I understand where you might be right now, in your life, in your career, whether it's a service, it could be giving and selling jewelry, you could be whatever it is, right? You don't feel heard at work, you've been asked needing a raise. Okay? It shows up in one way or another. And it's a place where this icky place is where we hold back on sharing our talents and our abilities to those who need it. Okay? And the reason you still haven't unleashed your divine graceness, let me ask you that as a question. Is there a reason for you that you struggle with this? Tell me, is there a reason that you hold yourself back? And Lola, it's hard to get out of bed sometimes. I hear you. Okay? It is. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. You love my money audios. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm happy that you listen often, but not too often. You're right. My money audios that clear vibrational energy are really powerful, and the body needs time to heal during that time. So thank you for doing that. And Christina, you were self-sabotaging last year. It's so, yeah. And you're seeing success through the success upgrade. Thank you, thank you. Wow, I'm loving this. Whew. Fabulous. Is there a story? Is there a reason? You don't have to necessarily share it, but is there a reason why you are uncomfortable asking for more money, or uncomfortable for even asking to get paid for what you do? Okay, is there like something that comes to the surface that is a story or a belief, because there's always truth in it. It doesn't mean it has to be your truth anymore, but there always is a story with truth about why you can't step into your divine greatness. And we're talking about getting paid for your services right now. Does anybody struggle with raising your rates? You feel like you don't deserve it, Sarah? My heart goes out to you, okay? It does. And I understand that. You're afraid they won't pay it. Exactly. That fear of being told no. You know, Jeanette has a dance studio that's mobile, that's online for children. Perfect timing in the world. They have been live, and now, you know, with COVID, it's gone mobile. Your rates are not too high, Jeanette. So I want you to embrace it, okay? Embrace it, dear. Yeah. And why would anyone pay me for this? That's a biggie. And we get tripped up in that, Raylene, when what we do comes so naturally. Also be aware if you're comparing yourself to someone else, okay? Oh, somebody already does that. 10 people already do that. It doesn't matter, okay? I promise you. Yeah, and Chantal, sometimes that if you expand and so that people will call you arrogant. And like, who do you think you are? Oh, I had that. Oh, yeah. With my recent masterclass, I literally got an email. So, Chantal, we're going to say, I'm sharing this to laugh, okay? Because the truth is, we can't stop those things. But if I didn't have done that big masterclass, okay, then I wouldn't have met many of you. So it comes in, who do you think you are, Lisa? Uh-huh. Like, I just don't resonate with you. And I think you're kind of arrogant. And oh, yeah, right. And I looked at it, it landed. It didn't land necessarily well. It hurt my feelings. And then, because see, that's human. It's human, everybody, okay? Until I looked at it for a hot second. And I realized that this individual truly lacked confidence. And I'm very confident talking about money. I'm very confident. I've done it for years and I've worked that muscle. And when I realized that, I just got out of myself. I responded in love. And I said, you know, I'm not for everybody. I have not thought of myself as arrogant, but I'll pay attention to it, right? I wanted to acknowledge her. Things will come. Do you know what? That's only happened like that one time. Okay? I've been in business a long time. So it's not that that's the thing too, is our fears, there might be truth in that fear, okay? But think about all the people you can help. Think about everybody that needs you, okay? And that helps you move through that. Yeah. Okay. Of course, Chantal, you would bring up something that it really does happen. Okay. So oftentimes, okay, we begin to hold back on our divine greatness because we're really waiting for permission. We don't know that consciously. You might be aware of it. It'll show up in asking your friends and your family what they think about this idea and that idea. And do they, you know, because you're just looking for that, right? You're looking for that permission, okay? You're waiting for the permission for somebody to tell you that you're enough. So here's the wonderful news. And I sent it to you with love. You are enough. You are enough to begin. You are enough to get paid for what you do, okay? Now, I do a lot of things, okay, where I give. I'm not telling you not to give. I find ways to give back, okay? And you can do that too. You see, we're not creating a negative story with money, how you're going to become, there's no selfishness to it, all right? You're welcome, Chantel. Okay. You're very welcome. It landed. I heard you, honey. So you already are enough. You simply need to arrive at a place, okay, where inside your mind, you can invite abundance to you. That's all, okay? So today, let's just start today. Let's let today be the day that you stop being small. Now, I use that word, you know, tongue in cheek there, okay? Because we're all doing our best. And so I'm going to say it a different way. Let today be the day that you stop holding yourself back. That's a better way to put it, okay? And you're not going to hold back from what you're born to do, how you're born to help people in their life, okay? And the truth is, you were born to exchange energy. You were born to exchange this energy through payment and through people, with people, okay? Let me check over here. You're welcome, Stephanie. So I want to lift that burden for you now, as though, like literally, let's just take it off your shoulders, put it over here, kind of like I do with my mind when I get super busy at night, right? I take it up and out and say, I'll come back to it, all right? Because you deserve to be free from it. But in order to do that, you have to embrace, okay? You have to embrace a practice. You have to embrace a process. You have to embrace change, all right? So literally, like, I have goosebumps. So maybe you're feeling that warmth of energy right now, okay? Maybe you're feeling an increase of belief in yourself after you hear me talk about some things, speaking to the subject, right? And you might even be feeling understood. I hope so, okay? But then what happens is the logical mind gets in there and it begins to question, is that really truth for you? Oh, it's good for Lisa. She's done it, but is that really truth for me? And then you wonder, you might even be saying, Lisa, how can I really own that truth for me? How can I create this for myself? How can I create this energetic exchange around money? Right? Okay. So I'm going to ask here, share below if on some level you struggle with money. Because I brought some awareness to you. So just put the word struggle so I know if you struggle. Okay? I've had you answer yes so many times, I'll forget what the yes was about. So put struggle. Okay? If you struggle in money, just put struggle. If you struggle in love, put struggle in love. Okay? And for entrepreneurs, this is a side note that if you're an entrepreneur, I think you'll understand this. When we are the owner of our business, we need to take money that we make and put it back into our business. Being an employee in the corporate world has its nice benefits, okay? It has some disadvantages, right? But you don't have to invest your money back into the company. And an entrepreneur has to do that. And so often it feels like it comes in and it goes out, comes in and it goes out. And that might be a little bit, Jeanette, of what you're feeling, where what you make goes right back into the business. It's a struggle, and I get that. And it's very real for people. You struggle in both love and money and belief in yourself, Laura. Okay, all right. That creates a lot of probably feeling like it's impossible, right? There's a lot of impossible energy. So I feel for you there. Okay. You struggle in both, Sarah, and you're trying to change the story. How we show up, all right, is a big deal. And so I love that you say you're trying to share your story. Do something different every day out of a normal routine. It's actually kind of cool. It works on that energetic level. All right. So I'm going to share with you now. I want to give you some tools, and I want to share with you a healing principle that's helped me. There's 3 parts to it, okay? And it's helped me over the years. It's super simple. You don't have to do any energy work with it, okay? And it comes down to 3 empowering words. Embrace. Get a pen, write it down. Embrace. Extend. EXTEND. And receive. I know we have a lot of people that English is not their first language. So it's expand, extend, and receive. All right, first, you have to truly embrace your ask. This is the biggest one, okay? That is that you know and trust that you are worthy, okay, of charging, or you're worthy of increasing your rates. All right? Because they're both a big deal and they're both hard at times. I'm in awe of people that don't struggle with this. So this means that you're going to allow yourself to fall deep into a sense of calmness and fall deep into gratitude, okay? Gratitude, gratitude in the certainty that you have something that you can offer to someone, that the world needs, that you're worthy of this exchange. You need to create your ask. You need to define your ask. Know and trust that you're worthy to ask. That's the first part, is being able to have the ask of what you want, okay? For a long time, in my very beginning of my career, I started out with doing free sessions forever. Okay, just so grateful that people wanted my help. Cannot begin to tell you. And that's when the first time I felt exhaustion. Then I started charging $85 an hour. No, I think it was $85 an hour and a half. Yeah, I overgave big time. And that exhaustion came back very quickly. And that's when said to myself, okay, body, I'm hearing you. I get it. And then I went to 97. Then I went to 125. Okay. It's painful every time you do you increase your ask, until it's not anymore. It will get easier. Because when you own the value, okay, of what your offer is and how you can help people, you just believe that you're enough to charge it. Now, here's the deal. You can't go from nothing to asking for $500 an hour. That'd be great, right? So you do have to start with something that you would be just grateful to have. You can start with that, okay? I'm good with that. I just want you to come up with an ask, okay? On what it is for an exchange that will validate you. Your body will tell you when it's not enough. I promise you. You don't have to worry about it. Because what happens is when we start too high, the subconscious doesn't believe it, and so it won't come to fruition. Okay. All right. Next, I want you to extend your offering. First, you create your ask. Now you're going to extend your offering, right? So I want you to think of it this way. This is an exercise. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to allow yourself to visualize what I'm going to speak to you. Okay? Here we go. Let's say you are offering life coaching, okay, as your service. Now, I want you to see and feel, okay, your potential client either live with you or on Zoom. So live in person or on Zoom. You're sensing and feeling this potential client either in person with you or live on Zoom with you. This individual is seeking your wisdom. This individual is seeking your guidance. This individual wants your expertise. This individual needs you and needs your gifts. Now, next, you now begin to share the details of your life coaching. You're sharing the details of your ask. That's why you have to have it defined, okay? And how you can help them get started on their journey with you. Do you see yourself sharing how you can help them? Imagine yourself now extending your open hand across the table. I have a beautiful emoji box that I use in my mind's eye when I'm doing this exercise, okay? And I imagine that this box is full of all of my offerings. Imagine that you have a beautiful gift, because you do. And you're going to offer this gift to those people that need your services. And you extend your hand out in front of you. You can extend it across the table. You can open it up on Zoom as an offering, right? Okay. There you go. And in your hand is this beautiful gift, like I have my beautiful emoji box, okay? This perfect gift is for this person that needs you in their life. It's the perfect gift for them to expand in their life. The key for you is that you fully accept that you are extending a gift for their taking and nothing more. You with me? You're extending a gift for their taking and nothing more. All right. So I ask you, why is this mind shift so important? Why is a gift and nothing more? Why is this mind shift so important? I'll help you. A gift is never forced. It's shared. A gift is never forced. It's shared. It takes off this, it's about you, not about you. Yes, it's about your gifts, but it's really not about you. They will say yes or no, but a gift is never forced. So you don't ever have to overshare your gift. You don't ever have to convince them to open your gift. It's a gift. Okay. Now the last piece. I want you to be willing and ready to accept your blessing. I want you to receive your blessing. Okay? So now I want you, in your mind's eye, to see yourself exchanging in perfect harmony with your new client. Okay? You're blessing them with your skills, with your gifts, and with your wisdom. Can you feel it? I can feel it for you. They simply show their appreciation by blessing you with the high vibration of a money exchange. The money exchange is a gift of gratitude in exchange for you helping transform their life, however you do that. Embrace your ask. Extend your offering. That's the gift, right? And then be a receiver of the blessing, the opportunity to work with them. Because not only will it feed you monetarily, there is an unbelievable feeling that comes when you help someone else. It's very rewarding. You just need both, okay? And the truth is the world needs you. The world needs what you do. The world needs your gifts that you take for granted or that come so easy you don't see that there's an opportunity for you. The world deserves all that you have. All that you have to give, the world needs. Okay? So I want you to share it with them. I want you to be ready to bask in this harvest, perfect season, right? Bask in the harvest of sowing your divine seeds of gifts. I think I should use that as a tagline, don't you? Okay? Right? Be ready to bask in your harvest of sowing your divine seeds of your gifts. These are your gifts that you can give. All right. If I missed anything, put below the word, because you guys brought it up. If you would like more information about releasing negative limiting beliefs, negative stories, if you've got if you feel stuck around money, if you want to release inherited patterns of money, okay? And if you put info in there, Christina will get with you, okay? And it's usually through Facebook Messenger. Now that gets tricky, okay? Because Facebook Messenger for private pages like this, it kind of hides. You have to go into a little, you have to hunt for it, okay? But she'll tell you when to look and then go look for it. So when she says, I responded in messages, just know it's Facebook message, okay? And she'll either set up a time to call you, talk to you, or she'll give you the information you need, whatever it is, whatever you need the info on, all right? Any questions down there? Put it in there. Tell me how that landed for you. Did you like the 3 things? Were you able to visualize that you could extend this gift? Good. I'm glad she's helped you, Raylene. Christina is very good with details. So Did you jot down those three things? Do you feel like you can work on it? Do you feel that you can begin to embrace it? Like put in there feeling strong or something, feeling hopeful, total visual, good. Yes, thank you, Lola. Um, this is a great way to begin. And then, if, like some people have experienced, if you can release the vibrational energies, your subconscious does it. I just guide the process of it for the energy body. I don't do the healing, okay? But your body will do the healing. So just know that. But it gets rid of the low vibrational energy that just doesn't work for us, okay? It doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for me, and it's all different, and yet there's a similarity. Yeah, there is. Totally love you. I appreciate you being here. Anything expand, extend? Yes. Extend. So Jeanette wrote it. Extend, expand, embrace. I'm glad you feel it. And you can feel it too, Chantel. Thank you, Jeanette, for putting it in there. Oh, I'm glad, Laura, that changing the word to a gift seemed to take the pressure off. Yeah, exactly, right? That's what I wanted. And you got such a connection. You are very welcome. Um, just as you are grateful, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you show up. I'm grateful that you're embracing change. I'm grateful that you're here with me. I'm grateful for your presence. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you lots of love. And I'll see you next week. Okay? All right.